Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the bench.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. In today's topic, we will be discussing Dan Patrick on Caitlin Clark and how she has impacted the game of the WNBA and how she has stood out amongst all of the haters. Let's get in here, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumbs up, like the video. Let's go.
History of the WNBA, as she's now going to try to set the all-time record, but 12 games to go. Now, this is happening exactly how I scripted it. I told you this is when they loaded up the schedule, front loaded, Caitlin Clark on a bad team, the worst team because they drafted her, number one. They were going to load up against better competition, and she played an entire college basketball season, and she didn't play well. And I said at the time, she didn't deserve to be on the Olympic team. And at the time, I felt that. But she got rest, the schedule not as demanding, and now you're seeing Caitlin Clark.
I totally agree here with Dan Patrick here. As I told you guys, that schedule was just, let's just be honest, it was not handled properly. I mean, the schedulers, the people who knew that this rookie sensation was about to take notice or put the world on fire with her play and how she's been handling everything in the league. Dan Patrick is saying that she didn't play well. I happen to disagree. I think that under the circumstances, I mean, like people picking you up from the beginning of the court all the way to the other end of the court, you getting hip checked on national televised games, your coach pretty much being in over her head, and you have still managed to land the Indiana Fever, a team, let's just be honest, a team who has not been anywhere near relevant the last few years, and now they are in the playoffs. So if I'm being honest, I had to disagree with Dan Patrick there. I think that she played okay. He said that she didn't play well. I saw a lot of things that made a case for her. But nonetheless, ever since she has come back from the Olympic break, she has been sensational. Just straight up, she has been sensational, and she is out here killing it. Let's go.
Everybody talked about, she's just a shooter.
Right.
She's already set the all-time rookie assist record. For somebody who's the greatest scorer in college basketball history, and she is an incredible. See, I think that was lost on a lot of people. Her ability to be able to find the open person. It's something that you're born with.
Indeed. And the fact that she plays soccer, I believe soccer was one of her first loves. Caitlin Clark's court vision is LeBron-esque, Joker-esque. I think that Joker is a better passer than LeBron James, if I'm being honest. And Caitlin Clark possessed the same talent. I mean, you do not see it coming. That explains the turnover rate, in my opinion. It explains why all of her teammates could not grasp the basketball because, let's be honest, most women in the WNBA are used to playing one way. There's a lot of vanilla in the WNBA and not a lot of strawberry shortcake, if that makes sense, whatever. And what I'm saying is, aesthetically, Caitlin Clark's game is more just tailored different. It's different. There's no other way to say it. Arike Ogunbowale is one of those similar women in the WNBA that I feel like kind of possess that. But Caitlin Clark, man, the way that she's balling now is it's ridiculous. And she has largened the gap so much between Angel Reese and this Rookie of the Year debate that it's not even close. Yet, I went out for a cigar yesterday, guys, and I ran into this woman. She's probably watching my podcast right now. I don't know if she's subscribed, but she is making a case that Angel Reese, right? Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are equally on the same level. Well, why isn't Dan Patrick talking about Angel Reese? Why isn't First Take and all of these other shows talking about Angel Reese? Is it because the more superb talent is Caitlin Clark, like we all know, right?
If you're one of her teammates and she's coming in, and I said at the time, she will try to ingratiate herself as a teammate by passing first instead of shooting first. And that's exactly what's happened. And she's played incredibly well. They've played incredibly well. And I know we want to make this the Rookie of the Year debate, Angel Reese is a wonderful player. She just had 20 rebounds. She's a double-double, guaranteed. Absolutely. But anybody who tries to sell you on this is selling you on something to get clicks.
Wow. Wow is all I can say. Nothing's really wrong with this statement. He's just flat out telling the truth. And this is something that a lot of people seem to have a hard time with because they're leading with their heart, which is filled with emotions, and they're not being logical. It just makes no sense. Why would I be a betting man and put my money on Angel Reese when I know that the better talent lies on the Indiana Fever within Caitlin Clark? Right? The Chicago Sky were not as bad. In fact, there are reports that the Chicago Sky might finish with a worse record than they did last year. Now, if I were a betting man or a smart man in general that just had a brain, eyeballs, and common sense, I would literally look at the differences between them and say one is on a team that has seen the playoffs recently, and one is on a team that has not seen the playoffs in quite some time. And then, not only that, the impact, the playing style. It's just a better brand of basketball. Now, Angel Reese is a walking double-double, like he said. To me, it's overhyped. It's a little bit of stat padding. In fact, I believe a lot of it is stat padding. Angel Reese doesn't know how to play she doesn't know how to play a selfless basketball game at times because she's too consumed with trying to be relevant enough to make sure that she can keep up with Caitlin Clark. Therefore, that does not make the team better. It makes the team consistent, but it doesn't make the team better. Caitlin Clark has stepped into a role and made the team better. You guys see it. I see it. We all see it. So why are we constantly lying to each other and trying to sell each other a bunch of BS? I'm just here to tell you guys to not waste your money and to look at the game, watch the game, interpret the game, and not involve your emotions. Let's just look at sports for what they are. If Caitlin Clark, in my opinion, if Caitlin Clark was black, this would literally be a no-brainer. What are you going to do? We got two black women. They're playing basketball. If Caitlin Clark was black, this would not be an issue. And a lot of you guys just don't like to hear the ugly truth, but that's the truth.
This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Now,
I literally ask this question all the time. Oh my gosh, bro. It's either I'm super smart and I'm on the level of Dan Patrick, or I'm just very average with great common sense. It's just either or. That's all I'm saying. And what I mean by that, guys, is if you had a chance, if they said, hey, John Doe or John Smith, whatever, if they say, John Smith and Jane Smith, we're going to give you the keys to an organization. You're worth $3 billion. You can buy this franchise, but your life, your family, and everything about the reputation of this team depends on you and you developing a team or building a team around a said superstar. How many of you guys will risk your life, risk your family, because this job depends on all of that, and choose Angel Reese? I don't think, if under those circumstances, gun to head, that a lot of people would choose Angel Reese. That's just how you weed out all the hypocrisy and bullshit, right? Nobody wants to admit this, but this is just the straight truth. It's straight common sense. Let's not be so emotional and be logical. Like, we need more of this type of commentary right here. Dan Patrick tells it like it is, and this is why I like his show. He's not like the rest of the media, trying to use things for clickbait, controversial topics that we all know the truth. And if you are going to be controversial, at least be honest. Okay? I am controversial, but on my channel, I'm brutally honest. And that's the way that I want to remain. Let's keep going.
Put Asia Wilson in there. I'm just saying between these two. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the bench.
Boy, that shit is cold. That shit is cold because it's just the truth. It's just the truth, man. That don't mean we don't got love for Angel Reese. Paquito, a little bit. Angel Reese wanted to be the villain. You guys remember in the famous clip, if I'm the villain, then I will be okay with that because it means that I changed the game of the women's basketball forever. And I can look back and I can say, yeah, I did that. So don't get mad at these videos when even Angel Reese out of her own mouth welcomed this type of criticism. And that's what I had to let the young lady in the cigar shop know yesterday, because I can always tell when people are getting mad at me. Okay. I can always tell when people don't like what I say, because I'm brutally honest. I'm fair. Oh, and I'm black. And I'm black, and I don't go with things just because they are relatively the same color of my skin, which I feel makes a lot of people a moron, in my opinion. Because I'm not going to even get into that, guys, but let's go.
Plain and simple. But we want to make it a debate, and I think that's just to get clicks. And look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her? Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone.
Wow.
Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark.
That's a wrap. I mean, it's nothing else that I can counter this with. This guy is literally, seems like he has a freaking USB cord hooked up to my brain. He's translating everything to you guys that I think. Anytime that I think about these two, anytime I think about what Caitlin Clark has done for the game and what she is doing now, and I honestly, guys, think that she has just arrived. I mean, I'm buckling up, man. I can't wait to see the game against her and Angel Reese, the 4th time matchup, and I cannot wait to see how their careers are going to be in the long run. But Dan Patrick, man, hit it spot on. So you guys tell me what y'all think. Drop your comments in the comment section. Like always, Caitlin Clark fans, Angel Reese fans, weigh in. Thoughts, comments, and concerns. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thumbs up, like the video. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.